why aliens?
Why not?
Yeah, but it's a huge saga and, a big franchise.
Yeah. The Aliens franchises, when we were looking at making games, this was many years ago when we were looking around for the next games we were going to work on. Brian Martell, our chief creative officer, who's also one of the owners, his dream child was going to be, he thought, man, okay, these are all these awesome franchises and all these awesome things we could do. And he picked Aliens because that's something that he was really passionate about. And the thing is that the team, the company was really excited about that too because, when we grew up, we're a little older, so the films that we saw growing up was like Aliens and Alien, and those were so exciting to us because they affected not just, us growing up and running around acting like we had pulse rifles, but, creatively too. So, we made, our video games, we took a lot of inspiration from Aliens, and a lot of other developers have too.
Okay.
But there's an opportunity to also go back into this franchise that was kind of closed off with Alien 3 and actually do something there to actually open it back up to make that experience that we wanted to have again, like with the Colonial Marines, to make that an experience that we can once again jump into and have fun with.
1 minute left, Marines. Keep pushing. Hold position until those eggs are well done, Marines.
And after start the develop, what the big challenges you have faced?
There's in any type of development we always have to think about lots of there's challenges all over the place. That's like half the fun. But the thing is, this franchise has been around for so long. And so, from my perspective as a producer, one of the things that we had to struggle with for a little while was reconciling Aliens, and Alien 3. Because, people's perception, sometimes it depends on when they were born, or when the first time they saw Aliens, or any Aliens film. It kind of makes them perceive the xenomorphs in different lights, right? So if you saw Alien for your first film, a lot of people think, man, they're scary, they hide in the darkness, and they're the boogeymen, right? And they tear people apart. And Alien 3 was also, it's closer to the horror element from Alien, but it was also, a very different experience. We look at this universe, but things don't go so well for the player, and it gets pretty, scary. But you also have a lot of your squad mates with you, and that's like the experience from Alien. So you can feel like a badass because you also have all these awesome weapons.
Okay, you talked about the scary factor, and the people that watch Aliens always seem fear, suspense, claustrophobia. What gamers can expect? All those factors will be present in the game?
Oh yeah, that's like I was saying, like one of those core elements. That if you have, if you don't have those, the game just doesn't feel right because it doesn't feel like it fits in that universe. But we spend a lot of time making sure that we do. And so when you play through different environments that you're in, like you go back to Hadley's Hope, just like from the place where Aliens took place. After the atmospheric processor blew up, and that place got torn apart. And you thought it was scary in Aliens where they could go into the floors, but now there's missing roof pieces. There's just holes all over the place, and so the places where xenos could come from is much greater. But there's also the electricity doesn't really work well, and so the darkness and the flickering lights, and there's a lot more atmosphere and mood in that type of environment. But then also there's different spaces where that changes as well. But we definitely do have those elements across the board, and that's what would the game be without those?
Winter, get a welder through that damn door.
So the multiplayer modes are based off of asymmetrical gameplay. The Marines, they're very long distance, and because they have guns, they can shoot bullets, right? And then you have the Xenos, which are melee based primarily. Now they're really fast; they can cover a lot of ground, and they can also climb on every surface. And so it makes it the dynamic between the two is very different. The strategy between the two are very different. And so there's a lot of games that have come out before with asymmetrical gameplay, like Left 4 Dead. And so it's easy to draw correlations between the two. But the thing that really makes us, where we were focusing on for ACM was the fact that the Xenos, they can crawl anywhere. And so the environments and the places where you can go and have strategies is so much more vast and so much more scary for the Marines because you don't know where they could come from. And for the Marines, because if you're working as a squad, like here's some strategy for multiplayer. The Marines, don't run off by yourself, because Xenos will just pick you off and kill you super fast, right? And as a Xeno, don't run straight at the bullets. It doesn't work, right? You want to be sneaky. You want to actually go hide in the shadows. You want to wait for the players, or you want to have distractions. You have a Xeno run across a hallway and have the Marines, chase after him, and then have the other Xenos come up behind them and take him out. Like,
it's all about team play.
It really is, and that team play is essential for both groups.